Back by popular demand, we've got 10 more mistakes that you should never make in Disneyland.
Don't do them.
Welcome everybody to RTD Adventures. I'm Brian.
I'm Jacob.
And we're talking about things that you should never do. These are the top mistakes that people make, and sometimes you don't even realize they're happening. So plan ahead and make sure this doesn't happen to you. Starting this list off, we've got forcing your group to do things they don't want to do. So remember that if you're going with a group of people, let's say your family or a group of friends, they are not all going to want to do the same things that you want to do for the entire trip.
It's true.
Now, that means that if you think that you're just wanting to go on all the thrill rides and that's all you're going to do, your group is going to be missing out on some fun activities. Maybe they don't want to do thrill rides. Maybe they just want to do one or two, or they want to spend some more time shopping or going to different dining options. Talk to your party, make sure that everybody gets a fair share of the activities they want to do, and that way you're going to make sure that the entire group has a great trip.
Next up, something that you shouldn't do is use your phone on an attraction. Now here's the thing, I am all for taking a photo here and there. I love being on Pirates of the Caribbean and trying to catch a nice photo in the dark. However, what people on the rides don't want to see is this. So please just make sure you're not recording during the rides, you're not taking photos the whole time. Just be very courteous of everybody around you so everybody else has a great time.
People are there to enjoy Disneyland and not look at the entire attraction through the back of your phone. And how about spending too much money on things you just don't need? So the number one thing that gets people in trouble as far as wasting money is just going into a shop and every time you see something you like, you just buy it. Now, a couple suggestions to help you with this one. Number one, don't buy things until the last day you're there. That way you've got a chance to think over whether or not you really want that souvenir, or put all your spending money onto a gift card. That way you've got a limited budget and you're not going to overspend and end up carrying an entire suitcase worth of souvenirs that are just going to sit in the closet forever.
Another mistake you don't want to make is not using a stroller. Listen, I'm a dad. You will thank me. Please use a stroller. Now, your kid's going to be exhausted after walking not even half the day. They're going to be so tired. They're going to want to nap. Stroller can save you so much time and energy. Now pushing them, they can take a nap in that thing, they can rest, you can just have a seat, let them relax. They don't have to walk everywhere. It'll just make your day so much better. So please use a stroller, you will thank me.
And even if you don't have small children, here's something that might be taken for granted is even kids that are a little bit bigger might still benefit from having that resting spot in the stroller.
Yeah.
And this one's a little bit weird, but even if you don't have kids at all, a stroller can still be a great thing to use because you've got—
I've seen it.
You've got a backpack, you've got souvenirs you're carrying around, just use that to store your things.
Yeah.
If you use the stroller parking next to the ride attractions, you're gonna be able to keep your stuff off the ride and not have to worry about packing it on some of those small ride vehicles.
And don't forget, if you didn't come prepared, that's okay. Disneyland came prepared for you. They do have a stroller checkout at the entrance of Disneyland. If you didn't bring one, you can rent one.
Okay, here's one that's a little bit silly, but bringing a banned item is a huge mistake. Now, you're not gonna make it past security, but you're gonna lose that item. And a lot of times people bring things they don't realize are banned. Glass containers are not allowed in Disneyland. So we recommend bringing food, but you've gotta have that in a safe container. That means plastic bags, not in a glass container. Selfie sticks are not allowed, okay? Small tripods are allowed, but if it telescopes at all, security will not let that into the park. Maybe you brought a pocket knife with you. You don't even realize it's in your pocket. Make sure to clear those things out ahead of time. You can't bring laser pointers, right? Just a few things. You can go onto Disneyland's website and there's a full list of all the banned items, but more or less just use common sense. A lot of these things, you can probably figure out they're not supposed to be there in the first place.
Yeah. Are you getting any value from this video? If so, let us know in the comments below. Give us a like, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. We got lots of good stuff coming, lots of good stuff on this page, and we really appreciate all of you. Now here's a mistake a lot of people make, is only doing rides. Going to Disneyland or DCA only to do rides. You're gonna miss out on so many cool things. Make sure you put some time and energy into your trip to where you know you're just gonna take a stroll, relax, where you might even run into a parade, cavalcade, the Dapper Dans, the Disneyland band that comes out and plays. It's fantastic. Just make sure you're not there just to do rides.
There's so many great dining options that are available. You've got the fireworks at night, and there's really cool things like the Animation Academy in Disney California Adventure. Look for all these little extra activities. Disneyland is so much more than just roller coasters. And another mistake that you absolutely cannot make is not making a reservation.
Yeah.
Foremost is not making a reservation to the park. So if you don't reserve your spot there, you're just not going to get in. But another one that you might not have thought of is making reservations for dining. There's a lot of really great restaurants that you have to have reservations for, otherwise you're just not going to be able to get in.
Now this has happened to me once before. I took my wife and I really wanted to get into Ballast Point in downtown Disney. However, I didn't realize you needed a reservation, so I went to them asking if I can get a table. However, they informed me that you have to have a reservation. Turns out we were very, very lucky and someone canceled the reservation, but just from someone who experienced that, please make sure you make reservations. Another thing we see guests doing in the park is using their mobile order app to order food at the quick service restaurants during peak times, during the prime time, lunch, dinner times. Here's the thing, if you're gonna order using the mobile order to quick service restaurants during lunch hours, you're probably not gonna get the food at the same time that you ordered it. It's gonna take a lot longer because everybody else is also doing that. So make sure you try to order a few hours earlier than that. Some people, when they enter the park, they know what they want to eat for lunch, so they go ahead and order it and say what time they want to pick it up. Just make sure you're using the mobile order earlier than when you actually want to eat.
And this can go for your reservations too. If you know ahead what time you want to eat, planning to get those meals at the right times can make a huge difference. This could also mean eating between your regular dining hours. So that means early lunch, early dinner, late dinner. Just try to avoid ordering your food right in the middle of those prime eating hours. Here's what a lot of people get wrong is not using Genie Plus the right way. So there's a lot of good things that Genie Plus can help you with, but you can also really mess up your day if you're not planning out your ride attractions in the right manner. So what we can do here is, actually we made a video all about this, so check out in the description down below. We'll give you lots of tips, but really what it comes down to is not booking your Genie Plus during the early hours in the morning. If you're going to be there for rope drop, Genie Plus is not going to be a big help because the lines are pretty short anyways. But again, check out our video in the description below and we'll help you get all the tips and tricks you need to know for using Genie Plus the right way. And our last tip for this video is only visiting the park in the middle of the day. This is a mistake that a lot of people make because they just don't understand that you can make the most out of your park time early in the morning and later in the evening. So we talk about rope drop being a great time to visit because the crowds are lesser during that time, and after the families are starting to get tired and the kids are going to bed, the lines start getting shorter. So those crowds are not that bad early morning, late night. If you're only going to the park in the middle of the day, that's when everybody else is there, and you can still have a good time, but you're not going to make the most out of your time.
I don't know about you, Brian, but I definitely have spent more money on things that I don't need in Disneyland.
It happens to the best of us, but if you follow our tips, you'll make sure to not make these mistakes next time you visit Disneyland. So is there anything more that we missed? We want to know about it. Let us know in the comment section down below. And we want you guys to follow us on social media. We've got lots of other fun stuff on there. Follow us at the RTD Adventures on Instagram and RTD Adventures on Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.